So the first thing I want to do is remove this car battery. Get it out of here, get it disconnected and out of here. So I'm going to disconnect the negative terminal first. And it uses a 10mm. And if you're working on a car and it has the terminals are corroded, you should definitely take a moment to clean them up with a brush. These are pretty clean. I've cleaned them recently, troubleshooting something earlier. But you can also put some vinegar on there and baking soda, scrub them up if you've got some corrosion. Fortunately, this battery is fairly new, and the terminals were corroded, but the battery is in good shape. So the battery is electrically disconnected. Now I'm going to remove this hold down. I'm actually going to get the battery out of there because I don't want anything to accidentally bridge this across these terminals. And also I want to take a moment while I can and clean up the rust underneath this battery. So I believe these are still 10mm, but I'm switching to a deep socket. And I'm just going to go on a driver this is just a drill driver. Just to save some time. And these bolts are nice, they have a flange on them, not a separate washer. So you can just lift this hold down off of here. And then these little J-hooks come out. You can see they need to have some attention done to them also. And I'll be taking care of all that. Somebody's cut the handle to this battery, unfortunately, but I can still get it out of here. And here's a plastic liner for the battery. Remove that. And you can see there's a lot of rusting corrosion there. And let's see, I might try to remove that. Might be asking for trouble, but I'll give it a shot. It'd be nice if I could get that out of there. Looks like there's a clip holding that on there. I might leave that in place and just wire brush that and prime it, clean it up that way. Because I'll bet you those screws are rusted in place. And I also see some corrosion right there. I think I am going to try to open that up because it looks like there's something underneath there. Looks like a splice that's gone green on me. And I want to make sure that's not a problem. I'm switching over to a 12, and we'll see what happens with these fasteners here. See if they'll come up or not. Yeah, they might be stuck. I'll put a handle on it. Be some luck there. Might ought to switch. Yeah, the threads look good. It's just the heads. That's not too bad. I hope they're all like that. Put them on there and see if I can get this to break. So if I can get this off the car, that'd be good. I can take it, scrub it up, and repaint it. Yeah, these threads aren't too bad, so that's good. I believe there's one more. It looks like this is being held too, so I'm going to have to, well, it's holding a lot. There's all sorts of things under there. There's another 12 here. I would like to get that up and see what's going on under there. So far there's 4 bolts holding this plate on. I just want to remove now this relay bank. That looks like going back to a 10. Now this can swing free. And there's just one underneath there. It feels like another 10. I'm gonna have to, I can't see the head, but I can maybe just blindly loosen it in here. It's all kind of loose. Then there's a little pin there holding the power cable. I definitely want to look at this one. That it's the ground from the battery. It looks corroded where it connects to the frame of the body. And that could be why the car sometimes has a problem starting. I thought it was a starter, but if it's got a bad ground, that could explain it. Looks like that's going to have to go all the way out. I had already removed some ducting here from when I worked on the radiator, and I just didn't bother putting it back. But when I get done with the project, put everything back. So there's this bolt here holding the air duct there at the bottom. I've got all the screw fasteners disconnected. There's just can't really tell how that one's clipped in. I'll just figure it out. Yeah, it's just hooked in, the ground cable hooked in there. It's kind of hard to see right in here. And then there's 2 of those plastic rivets. I can just pop those free. But it's good to get all this exposed, because I can clean this up and keep it from rusting further. So that's just a sheet metal hook that holds the ground onto the motor. Very flimsy. And then there's these 2 little plastic rivets sometimes you can squeeze them together and release them. Let's see, that other one looks like it might have. Let's see, here we go. I can just pull it from the front. So now I can get this old thing out of here and clean that up before I put it back. I hate leaving stuff like that. And then here's the green corroded connector. It's actually turning the wire green. I've seen that before, where the connection might be going bad there. What I'm going to do is strip that back and see what the copper looks like. The body of the car. And what I'm concerned about is this connection here. This is where the ground lug of the battery makes contact with the car body. And you can see how corroded that is. I can easily cut this wire, cut the bad spot out, and so I'm working on the 99 Nissan Maxima. I'm going to be removing the upper intake and the valve covers in order to replace the valve covers, and I'm also going to replace the spark plugs and and test the coils. And I'll probably also remove the starter and either replace it or repair it. There's something wrong with the solenoid in the starter. So when I'm going to start, I started with removing the hood struts, and I used a rope to pull the hood up to nearly vertical, and that allows me to have a lot more clearance around the engine and be able to see a lot better. So in this case, I just have a rope that's tied, it hooks in at the hood there, and it's tied around to the back of the car at the tow hook. But you could tie it in anywhere, really. And I've just removed these hood struts to allow the car to go up. I'll be replacing these at some point. As you can see, they're just not effective at all. And so I'm going to be removing the battery and the air box, disconnecting the wiring, the hoses, and to get ready to get into this project here.